don't know where magically they expect all this money to show up.
With less than a month left in Maryland's legislative session, concerns over balancing the budget remain. A big debate is the blueprint for Maryland's future, an education spending plan designed to improve performance in Maryland schools. Amid a $3 billion budget shortfall, there are questions about its price tag. Good evening, everybody. I'm Mary Bubala. Thank you for staying with us. As Fox 45's Mackenzie Frost explains, House Democrats are rolling back the changes the governor wants.
There's a battle brewing for the funding of the blueprint. With less than 1 month to go in the General Assembly, we're trying to figure out if House Democrats will win in their push to restore funding. And if they do, where will they find the money? Governor Westmore's budget plan includes changes to the state's blueprint for education future, like pausing the state's collaborative time, given the teacher shortage, and the governor calling for changes to funding for schools in areas of concentrated poverty.
Obviously, we're facing a budget crisis here.
Despite the bleak fiscal outlook, House Democrats restoring the poverty grants and shortening the collaborative time pause from 4 years to 1. During a House floor debate, Republican lawmakers made the case to slow the implementation.
You know, it's always right and always appropriate to defend the taxpayer.
Mr. Speaker?
Despite multiple attempts to make amendments,
the amendment fails. The amendment fails.
Democratic delegates winning out.
Hearing none, the bill is ordered printed for third reading.
When asked about the House's version,
for all of our partners, I can't stress enough the seriousness of this moment. This is not a fire drill.
Governor Moore not directly saying whether he would sign the plan that strays from his.
If we do not make these adjustments, then you're not addressing what I believe is the biggest issue that our education system is facing right now. When I'm looking at tens of thousands of shortages for educators inside of our classroom, if you don't fix that problem, I don't care what other problem you're trying to solve for, it's not going to get fixed.
I think they're doing it in part because the House is much more liberal and progressive than the Senate.
Political analyst John Deedy says finding the funds for the blueprint is the biggest unanswered question in Annapolis right now.
And I don't know where magically they expect all this money to show up. I think in the end, the winner of this showdown, in many ways, is going to be Governor Moore in the Senate for pulling some of this stuff back, because financially and fiscally, the money isn't there. And the House, they've been proposing tax legislation.
So far, Senate President Bill Ferguson has said he could support pausing collaborative time, but it's changing funding formulas to low-income schools where he's willing to draw the line.
Even on concentration of poverty, I understand the rationale of where they're coming from, and they believe that they're dealing with it in other ways, like the Enough Act. I just think it's a core fundamental piece of the program that we can't hold back on.
From sugary drink and salty snack taxes to business services and property tax increases. To find the funds, House Democrats have been open to their revenue options.
And revenue to make sure we can protect things like education, DDA, and the like.
While lawmakers agree education is a priority, how that equates to more funding when the state already spends tens of thousands of dollars per student is where the divide emerges. Right now, it's a waiting game to see where the dust will settle over the clash of classroom funding and what that could mean for your taxes. Monday, we reached out to Governor Westmore's office again to ask if he would sign the current version of this plan if it makes it to his desk. In a statement, the governor's office tells me that he looks forward to continuing the conversations with all stakeholders to ensure success and sustainability for the blueprint. Not a direct answer on what he plans to do on this bill. In the newsroom, Mackenzie Frost, Fox 45 News.
I'm Mary Bubala. Thank you for watching. Here's another video for you to watch. Also take some time to subscribe to our YouTube channel.